we're in the studio tonight with Nanette Zumwalt, owner of Hired Power, and Dr. Jeff Nalin. Yes, I got it.
He did. He did. He nailed it.
I nailed it. That's exactly right. That was your tip.
Right.
And but here's the thing. It's amazing that we're having family members call in about a significant other as opposed to the mom who might not have heard of the show. This is good, but it's sort of, we always think that nobody knows. You know, when people are in addiction, it's like the people that drink vodka, they think they don't smell.
Right.
You know, if you're drinking vodka, you smell.
Yeah.
And the parents don't want to address it because they want to keep that image, or they don't want someone on the outside to know. But the truth of the matter is people know. The teachers know.
Yeah.
The people at the football game know. I mean, people are noticing if your child's in trouble.
So many of the parents, too, feel a sense of shame, or they're going to get blamed. Like, I screwed this up. And it's so important right from the beginning to just, you know, I don't care how people got here. It's like, let's just take what's working and use it, and take what's not working and play with it.
This isn't like we're going to beat your parents up day, you know?
No.
And I think a lot of parents, I was very blessed that my parents were actually able to, you know, people always say, how did your family get better? And I always say, because my family was willing to admit they might not have done the, you know, things perfectly correct.
Right.
But it wasn't like, let's beat up the Friedman day. You know, it was, let's just figure this out. And it really, that family recovery, you know, to the people out there, the family afterwards, which is one of my favorite chapters in, you know, in one of the 12-step books, and it talks about that. There's a whole chapter about how the family is going to get great. Has a chance to build and be better than it ever was before. And like we were saying about addiction, it's the only disease that leaves the sufferer in better shape than before they actually had the disease.
Right. And that's what we were saying earlier, is this is a disease full of hope, and that, you know, you can have a full life, an amazing life. You can have a family that's amazing. So there's a lot of gifts to it, but it is a disease that hides in shame. And, you know, we always say we're only as sick as our secrets, but it is reach out, speak to someone, find a resource. There's so many people out there.
It's interesting, too, because it just reminds me of this one kid who came in who was really out of control, but his dad was the reason everything changed, because he was willing to admit, like you were saying with your folks, that I know I'm not doing this right. He was real authoritarian. And he came in and took a lot of guff from all of the members of the family during the beginning, and he was willing to sort of take it and hear it and then work with it. And it's like, when you have people like this grandma calling and an uncle calling and a dad like this who are willing to say, like, I am willing to take a look at this, it opens everything up. And then the pressure for young people is taken off of them, and that's such a big piece of it, which is why, you know, the young adults are so great too.
And so many of the adolescents at Hired Power, we do a lot of what we call safe passage. So we pick up a lot of adolescents and transport them to treatment centers. And it's amazing how many times we hear, oh, I was waiting for this to happen. I knew this was happening. I was wondering what took them so long.
And there's a sense of relief that
there
you
is.
finally, because here's the thing, if you can name it, you could probably, you know, you could deal with it. And that's a, you know, that's a great thing, is with addiction, if you could figure, you know, if you could, the great thing about alcoholism is that there's a cure.
Yes.